Hello. It's been a while. I want to talk about Valentine's Day, February 14th. I guess this whole thing started back around 500 AD. People started honoring a Saint Valentine in Rome, I believe it was, and then that continued for years. And then I think closer to modern day Valentine's Day started in the 1800s in England, and that's where people fond of one another, lovers, started showing their appreciation for the others. And I think that's about where Cupid got involved, and brings us to today, where we exchange flowers and cards and that kind of thing, and Cupid in the middle. I think everybody's quite familiar with that. Now, that's supposed to be a happy, wonderful time of the year, but as you know, sometimes there's a dark side to Valentine's Day, February 14th. And, if you go to the internet and type in Valentine's Day murders, you'll be shocked at what you find. Obviously, one of the first ones that's going to pop up is the Valentine's Day massacre in Chicago, 1929, when mob figures wiped out some competitors, 7 of them, in a firing squad situation, I believe, in a garage. And it's quite famous. Of course, for this group, the internet sleuths, you'd be familiar with the Delphi situation, where Abby and Libby were actually found on Valentine's Day. Now, we don't know if there's a connection or not, do we? But I want to bring forth another case on Valentine's Day. I want to shine some light on a situation from Colorado Springs that happened in 1985. Cassandra Rundle, most people pronounce it Cassandra Rundle, 37-year-old beautiful young lady, had been married a couple of times. She was found dead on Valentine's Day, along with her son, Dietrich, who was 12 years old, and her daughter, Melanie, who was 10 years old. This is an unsolved case in the cold case files of Colorado Springs Police Department. Both Melanie, 10 years old, and Cassandra were raped during this tragedy, and all 3 were strangled to death. Now, I am sure most of you watching my video are not aware of Cassandra Rundle in the Colorado Springs 1985 Valentine's Day triple murder. And like I've said in the past, most of the country is not aware of Delphi and Carroll County, the Flora girls, or Abby and Libby. So we need to keep these to the forefront, not only so that the public's aware, but so that law enforcement continues to work. Now, the Cassandra Rundle case was brought to my attention. I was just in Colorado here this last weekend. And I've been in many states over the last few months. And again, I ask about the Delphi thing and the Flora girls, and I don't find anybody outside of this group that really knows anything about it. So I want to talk about Cassandra's situation. She was found, the kids and her were found by an ex-husband who brought flowers and cards to the house on Valentine's Day. I'm not listing him as a suspect. but I think he was certainly a person of interest at the time. There was also rumors that there had been a Peeping Tom reported right up until the murders, and then that stopped. So that's an interesting take. I made contact with a former homicide detective that I worked with, and he just retired from the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. I didn't know if he knew more about the Cassandra Rundle case than I did, and he couldn't really provide any additional information. And unfortunately, I wonder what's going on with that case. And I'm going to be checking with some other detectives. So that's that. One other thing with Cassandra, attractive young lady, so 37 years old. This was before all the dating sites and everything that we have on the internet today. She was posting ads in the local personal section of the newspaper, and she was looking for that one good man. She'd had 2 marriages, 2 kids, but she was still looking for that one good man. Well, the police are looking for one sick, evil man related to that. And it's possible that posting those ads in the personal section of the newspaper could have something to do with her death. So what I want to do is encourage anyone who knows anything about that 1985 triple murder to do something about it. If you've heard something, if somebody said something to you, just like in the Delphi thing, maybe it's time that you come forward. Maybe the guilt should be getting to you. If somebody shared something with you, or you know somebody's alibi wasn't accurate. So I would encourage you to call the Colorado Springs Police Department. And that number is 719-444-7000. And ask for the homicide unit or the major crimes unit. Or you could call the Crime Stoppers number for the Pikes Peak region, and that number, I've got to look at it, it's 719-634-7867, and I'll post both of those in this video. So just like the Delphi situation, there may be somebody with some guilt. It's been carrying it for a long time. Unfortunately, maybe someone has passed away that had the information. But anyway, that's what this video is mainly about. I was working narcotics at the time, so I didn't work the case. It happened on the southwest portion of Colorado Springs. And it was a big story, triple murder and double sexual assault of the 2 females. So, that's that. I'm going to, first of all, I want to thank everybody that's purchased my novel, House Secrets. I appreciate the comments you've made. I appreciate the reviews you've written. And I hope more of you will look into my book. Joe Kenda just finished reading my book about 3 weeks ago, contacted me the morning after he finished it, and he loved it. And I thought that was going to be my ticket to moving the book, but he did give me some help, give me some direction, and hopefully my sales will pick up. So he certainly puts his blessing on it, as does Lou Hunter, the guru from the screenwriting school at UCLA. So thanks for looking at House Secrets. Now, if you kind of like what I'm doing and that I'm back, I took a little break. I've been making a movie, a short film on sex trafficking. We've got almost all the footage finished. Hopefully in the this next week we will have all the footage done, and then the editing comes. So that's why I haven't been around, mostly traveling to many, many states. And I was out in Colorado, and I had a little mission out there. I had to find a treasure that someone left for me, and I'm going to show a quick video right now of that. It won't mean much to most of you, but some of you will get it. So I'm going to show that now. Thank you, Gonzo. Very cool. So, I found a little treasure that someone had directed me to. Obviously, there's a reference there to Suzanne Morphew, and that was in Colorado. So, if you're glad to see me back, I hope you're glad to see me back. Please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't to my channel, and share this as much as you can, please. Again, my book means a lot to me. A lot of work put into that. I guess I'll see all of you next video. Cassandra Rundle, if you know something about it, call those numbers that I'm listing here. The Delphi situation, the Flora situation, same thing. Those numbers are all over the internet. If you know something, call it in. Have a nice day.